Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to be using this Photoplay stamp set called Jolly Old Saint Nick to create cards 40 and 41 of my Festive 50. Now this stamp set is pretty cute. It has the standard to and from stamps. It has one that says ho ho ho, I can explain, be jolly, and then my favorite is one in the bottom left-hand corner. It says believe or you will get socks. It also has a couple little images. So it's got some holly and some leaves and a small present, and I'm going to use a couple of those in this card, in these two cards today. So I go ahead and get this Santa stamped up a couple times. Now this one is not complete. It's got a couple little spots missing, but I decide to use it anyway. Once the image is all colored up, you can't really tell unless you're really looking. So even though I knew I was going to be fussy cutting these out, for whatever reason, I automatically tried to center them before I stamped them down. So. Next, I make a background sheet using the present stamp. I randomly stamped it around the page. I made sure that I stamped a few that were going off of the page. And I also tried to randomly change the orientation of the stamp. And you can see I left what kind of looks like a bald spot here in the middle, but that is where I anticipated putting my Santa, so I wasn't too worried about that. And then I grabbed the leaf, and I did the same thing for the leaf, just randomly stamping it around, sometimes off the page. And the leaf isn't totally symmetrical, so I also made sure that I flipped it over a little bit so that it would kind of randomize the images as much as possible. So I'm using my Arteza Everblend Ultra markers. These are the newest version of the Everblend. I picked up 3 packages of these when they were on sale, so I have about 80 or 90 different colors. This is the first time I'm actually using these on a project. I did some swatching with them previously. I'm not quite sure yet what my verdict is on these pens. I used Spectrum Noir cardstock on these projects, and it's my first time using that cardstock as well. So I want to use these markers with my regular cardstock, the blending card, And then I think I'll have a better idea of how I really feel about the markers and how the ink lays and how they blend together. I'm not super excited about the Spectrum Noir paper, and so I think that really is part of my experience with these markers right now so far. And for this sheet with the presents on it, I just used red and green. I used 2 red pens and 2 green pens and did the tiniest bit of ink blending on them. Next, I move on to my Santas. So I'm not entirely happy with the Santa's hat, the little bauble. I tried to use a wink of Stella pen and it kind of bled everywhere, so I decided that I was going to go ahead and cut that piece off and try to use either a Nuvo drop or a some sort of gem or enamel dot to take the place of it. So I went ahead and fussy cut it right off. So for both of these cards, I used sentiment strips from the scrapbook.com Peppermint Christmas sticker book. And you'll notice on the second card here, I took my white gel pen to the leaves and I put some little stitch highlight lines on one side of every leaf on the background. And then I took one of the little tag stickers and layered up the Deck the Halls and Trim the Tree stickers for my sentiment. So go ahead and like this video. Thanks for joining me for card number 40 and 41 of my Festive 50. And I'll see you real soon for cards 42 through 50. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget, safety first.